You see there, that's Alma, and on the left is Ollie, Mr. Neff's aunt and uncle. They started this company almost 50 years ago.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Kiwi here. In this video, I'll be breaking down and analyzing the new sneak peek promo for next week's episode of Better Call Saul, Season 4, Episode 2, Breathe. With that being said, major warning of spoilers for everything in the show up to the Season 4 premiere, and let's jump right into it. Alright, so this sneak peek features Jimmy going to the photocopy store for a sales job interview. This interview has been featured multiple times in different Season 4 trailers, mainly being Jimmy's lawyer joke. There's also a clip that's been played over and over again of the interviewer bringing up to Jimmy that he used to be a lawyer, along with asking what happened, and I'm curious to hear Jimmy's answer as he tries to sell himself while trying to not focus on Chuck, especially considering he's the reason that Jimmy currently isn't a lawyer.
Says here, you were a lawyer until not that long ago. What changed?
You know why God made snakes before he made lawyers? He needed the practice. That's pretty much the only lawyer joke I know, because all the others are true stories. Stubbornness and persuasiveness are two of my top qualities.
I was already curious how Jimmy would handle this beforehand, but now that we've seen the strange way Jimmy has begun processing Chuck's death, how will he react when he begins thinking of Chuck in the middle of an interview? Hopefully he doesn't just freeze up in silence like he did most of the premiere episode. Anyways, jumping into the sneak peek, we see Jimmy arrive at the office, and this scene jumps straight to Jimmy's small talk with the interviewer as they overlook different photos representing the photocopy store's past.
And we think that other fellow is Frank Corker, one of the early repairmen.
Well, they must have relied on him a lot. That's a thermofax. It needed a specially coated paper to get an image off one of those babies.
Huh? You know your stuff?
I worked in a mailroom, so I talked to a lot of repairmen. A lot. They love talking shop.
Yes. They are a lonely bunch, for sure.
Jimmy's trying to show interest in some very boring facts, and he does a decent job in making conversation. That being said, the important part of this conversation actually occurs when the interviewer mentions a photocopy machine that was so good it could print counterfeit $5 bills. Jimmy quickly changes his expression and stares at the guy with interest, but then he instantly snaps out of it as he continues putting on this good guy act. Now you can tell during this conversation that Jimmy is putting on a show for this guy as he acts polite, well-mannered, and talkative like you would expect at an interview, but when the interviewer brings up making the counterfeit $5 bills, you can tell that although Jimmy is saying that it's wrong to do that, he actually totally wishes that he could be the one doing it himself.
This one was a real big seller for Neff. Really put us on the map.
That's a 6500 color copier. It's a war horse. I mean, did you ever see the guts of this beast? It takes 15 seconds to get a printout. I worked with one back in Chicago.
That machine was almost too good. Counterfeiters used it to make phony $5 bills.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
That being said, I believe that this is the job that Jimmy brings to Mike that we see in the trailers. Regardless of if Jimmy actually gets the job at the photocopy store or not, he informs Mike about the place while trying to sell the fact that they aren't very security conscious.
I got something for you. I think you're really gonna like this. We will split 50-50. Let's do something beautiful here. We make a bundle. It's free money. In this place, they're not exactly what you call security conscious. And that's where you come in.
Just not for me, and I don't think it should be for you either. I'm sorry about your brother.
So I guess that he's trying to convince Mike to go and steal a photocopier, really? As you may know, we see Mike telling Jimmy that he doesn't want to do the job, and that he doesn't think that it's for Jimmy either, but will Jimmy be persuasive enough to actually convince Mike? In the second promo trailer for episode 402 that was only released on TV so far, you can hear Jimmy trying to further sell this idea as he says that they've got no idea what they have, followed by yelling out saying, "Free money." He goes on to say you walk by 20 on a sidewalk, no, you pick it up. Normally, Jimmy can't really get Mike to budge. When his mind is made up, it's made up, and no amount of Jimmy rambling would normally be able to change that, but we'll see. Will Mike be able to make an exception considering that he can probably tell how Jimmy's trying to ignore Chuck's death and bury his feelings about it by finding ways to make money? I say that Mike may end up taking this job because we've seen a clip of someone actually breaking into the photocopy store like a million times in all the season 4 trailers, and it fits the body profile of Mike, so we'll have to wait and see if that is him for sure or not. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, as it really helps me out more than you can imagine. Feel free to subscribe for more Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad content in the near future, and if you'd like to take that extra step in helping support my videos, consider checking out my Patreon as well. Also follow me on Twitter too, link to both of those in the description. I'm fairly active on Twitter even when I'm not posting videos, as I'm always retweeting everything I can involving both Better Call Saul and The Walking Dead. But anyways guys, as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!